Today is September 25th, Monday morning. So I just made a part one of a video of the induced fever about all the hygiene programming, and the same thing that they do with me. They want to just control me. They want to dictate me, humiliate, guilt, all okay. Take my loose energy for their greys, reptilians, and of course MK Ultra mind programming, the torture programming, the military grade articles that I've shown you so many times in my previous videos, that all these elite people, they do mind control programming, they do illegal experimentations and all this, right? So in that video I forgot to mention that while I was talking about all my programming, what I did and why they gave me induced fever and the cockroach and all that, right? So I said that how it was okay for cockroach, the Geral Sosbee, to come and contaminate my sink area for almost like 2 years or 2.5 years, something like that. He did for so many years. Imagine, almost every other day there used to be cockroach, and I had to like wipe the counter, or wash my newly washed drying mats, or I had to wash utensils. I had to rewash it, and a lot of other stuff like I had to keep doing it. So yeah, he harassed me for so many, and he made sure that everything gets contaminated, and my family falls sick, and he made sure that they, via witchcraft, they put hair in not only in my food but even in their food. So all that happened. But I had a guy, we had some issues in the house, like we have to make some repairs, so we had a repair guy come here over to get a quote, to give us a quote. And he had a writing pad. He just placed it on our trash bin, and he then placed the same writing pad on a kitchen counter, and he used his hands to touch like almost all, like other stuff, the doorknobs and other stuff, right? So they're not gonna give any induced fever to that guy. Oh, why did you place the writing pad on the trash bin and then place it on a kitchen counter? I mean, don't you have sense? Okay. And then he placed even on the dining table and all that. So that's okay if somebody else contaminates. Like I said, it's okay if my father-in-law touches the trash can and then he touches the doorknobs and whatever refrigerator, then it's okay. Then they don't give induced fever to my father-in-law. Then it's because he's not a target. The guy who came here to give us a quote, he was white American guy, very professional. Then it's okay. They don't give him either. Then there was another Hispanic guy who had come to do some repair work. It was wintertime, springtime actually, of this year. Then he also touched the beans and everything, and I asked him so many times, you want to wash it with soap and water, I'll give you soap, this, and he kept denying. He just sat in the car, and it's okay for him to touch the steering wheel and maybe his wallet and the water bottle, then it's okay. Then they're not gonna give any induced fever to that guy, to his wife who had come with him, and God knows from there where they were to go. But then, your car is contaminated. They don't fill their mind with, look, now your car is contaminated, your wallet is contaminated, your water bottle outer side is contaminated, the food, because it was about lunchtime, so probably they were to have food. Who knows if they were having food, I don't know where. I don't know if they were to even wash their hands. People, they just go to drive-through and just start eating. Who knows? So I don't know, but this is the type of torture. Like, I have to think through so much stuff. If I was in the car, look, you touched here, you touched there, look, here is ambulance siren, here is the raving of the engine, we're gonna send a police to your house by giving false security alarms, we're gonna put the cockroaches here, we're gonna do induced fever to you, or we're gonna give you induced sore throat, or we're gonna swell your tongue. Actually yesterday also they had swollen my tongue on the right side, the usual that they've been doing since past October or November 2022. They just gave me a tweet on the left side of my foot, as I said that they had swollen my tongue. So they are even confirming in this video, because anything on the left side means correct. That is the programming, right? So they had swollen the right side of my tongue. Even yesterday I noticed, I think that right about that dinner time, I started to notice little weirdness on the right side of my tongue. Okay, so this is what they do. So they didn't only put the stone in my bread, then they had the swollen of the right side of my tongue. Then the next day I get up, they have like given me induced fever. Even right now I'm having this induced fever when I took shower and all that. And also because I'm talking all these things to my hubby, right? They have already, even right now, when I'm turning, I can feel that lock and pain in the right side of my collarbone. You know what the collarbone is, right? And the starting of the right side of the collarbone, in the center of your chest area where that bone is, right? That bone and little bit on the top of that, if you just put if you feel that bone in the center, but the right collarbone, and then you go a little bit up, that is the area that they usually target, because that is where I'm speaking for a vocal cord. If you touch it, you can feel the voice coming from that. You can feel the vibration in your throat area, right? So it is that region. And usually they want to tell me, oh, don't speak that, don't do that, right? Don't speak about whatever. So they will even block that. So even right now, because I'm exposing these people, God knows for that reason, but since yesterday, I've been noticing, since yesterday evening actually, they have been blocking this part and giving me pain. So if I try to turn on the right side, I immediately feel a pain. And it's not just that bone, like I said, it's a little bit on the top also. So it's not just the bone area they hit, it's like my muscles too on the right side. And initially it was all induced, because they used to literally pulsate it. They used to intensify increase the intensity, decrease the intensity, then they used to completely stop. I would feel no pain. I can move my neck left to right. The pain is absolutely gone. And then again it will start. So we know this is induced, because see, if it is coming from arthritis or some other stuff, the inflammation lasts there. It's not like, oh, I'm going to go away for like a few minutes and then again I'm going to start with big intensity, low intensity. No, it doesn't. That is all induced. We know that. So this has to come from directed energy weapons. So right, like I said, the moment I try to turn on the right side, as I'm doing it right now as I'm speaking, I can feel that pain, and then sometimes, like, see, right now I'm turning, now it's gone. So we know that they do it at a particular time. So all this is induced, what they can do with me. And once I was on Facebook, there was this another guy. I don't know, he was like a politician, or like basically a high profile figure. He said he was being targeted and tortured, and he said that he was having all these kind of internal bodily issues, like from maybe kidney pain or some kind of organ, some other pain or palpitations or something. But he was saying all that the way he was having it, just like me that I'm talking about, it was all like induced, he was saying. And so then he was thinking, he was going back and he was thinking, about his childhood days and the other, his past, that all the diseases that have gone, he has gotten so far. It felt like it was all induced by these very witchcrafters and operators. So that is what I'm saying, that all this is induced. At least that is what I can literally say, because my programming is such a way, everything is so induced. Because I never have this kind of fever, no matter, I used to, like, it's such a like computer kind of program. Oh, you're gonna eat their food, oh, here we're gonna give you this fever. Oh, you're gonna touch here and touch that, oh, here we're gonna give you fever, or sore throat, or swallowed tongue, or something in that, along that lines. So yeah, but it's okay for Geral Sosbee to have contaminate all my kitchen counter. Then nobody's gonna give induced fever to him. Then nobody's gonna give swelling of his tongue. Okay, why? Because he's the elite. He wants to illuminate. So he tells us, all the people, oh, I'm the Satanist. I'm the worshipper of Lucifer. I work for Satan. I work for Lucifer. We are the Freemasonic people. We take the oath to lie, sabotage, kill, and commit suicide and all that, right? So these are the kind of oaths they take. They take the oath to lie. They take the oath to sabotage. And that is what he has been doing, right? Making websites And then when I try to expose him, he's like, oh, look, this woman is saying all this, BS stuff, which makes no sense. I'm like, it makes completely sense because I'm exposing you, and that is why you are disappearing. I'm not disappearing anywhere. My videos are still there. Whatever I've exposed, I'm there because I know I'm telling the truth. You have to disappear because you know that you have been lying, because you take the oath to lie and sabotage. I don't take those kind of oaths to lie and sabotage.